Alright, thank you very much for joining me. This is Gilpain, back with another quick tier maker here. So today we're going to do consoles and basically like handhelds, so like video game stuff. So there's a few here. I thought it'd be fun to just talk about them and just get your thoughts as well in the comments and see what you think about some of these consoles. So I'm going to start off here. So you've got S all down to F there. Okay, so maybe I should change one of these to have not. I'll change F to have not played. Okay, now here we go. Right, so original Game Boy. I'm gonna put it middle of the road there. I had one when I was very small. I didn't have many games. I think I had Tetris and I had Parodius. That was about it. And all I remember is the theme song to Parodius. I don't remember playing many games for it at all. And then going back to the Game Boy then on emulator, I think I've only played like the 3 Castlevania games and maybe a Batman game. So I respect the Game Boy because it was a phenomenal system, but it wouldn't be one of my favorites at all. I wouldn't put it very high on a tier maker list. The Gamecube, similarly, I have not played much of the Gamecube at all. I like some of the games on it, like I like Resident Evil remakes and all that, but there's not like I can't think of like a Mario game that I really like on the Gamecube, or I can't really think of many games I actually want to play apart from like Eternal Darkness or something like that. But like I never owned one, so I can't really speak much on it, so I'm just going to put it there in the middle. PS2, it's got to be an S for the PS2. It's excellent, so many excellent games. Obviously, you know, the biggest selling console of all time. Probably the most games I have for a specific console is probably for PS2 as well. Like loads and loads of really good RPGs, just like classic games that you can still play today. So PlayStation 2, it's up there. Ooh, the old Genesis / Mega Drive, pretty good as well. With me, I'm very much a fan of, like, from the 16-bit era. I'm very much a fan of, like, you know, platformers or RPGs, and the Mega Drive does not have that many. It has a few platformers. I don't really like Sonic though. It has a few platforms. It has a few good games, you know, like particularly like Golden Axe and that, but it's not really. The music is okay as well, but it's not really good, I don't think. The PS3, similarly as well. I mean, I didn't buy a PS3 when it came out. That's a slim one as well. It's not even the Fat Boy that can play the PS2 games, but PS3 is okay as well. I don't know, I didn't buy one when it came out. I bought one like much later, and I think it was like 2017 or 2016 I bought a PS3, or maybe 2015, something like that. It was a few years ago anyway. I did not have it when it was out. Like I had a PS4 before a PS3, but yeah, I can't really comment much on it. I don't have that many PS3 games either, so it's because I chose an Xbox 360 instead of a PS3 to buy, like, so because Resident Evil 5 was coming out. Super Nintendo, I'd have that as an A because I just love the Super Nintendo RPGs, and I love the style of the Super Nintendo as well. Even though I have probably played more Mega Drive games than Super Nintendo games, I still think Super Nintendo is actually better. Right, what is that? Is that a TurboGrafx 16 handheld? I never played that. Is that a Switch? Just look at the rest of the pictures here. That looks like a Switch. If it's a Switch, it's going into S because I love the Switch. Absolutely fantastic. I'm literally playing a new Metroidvania on the Switch at the moment, but the Switch has so many good games. It's really good. It's not that powerful, but I mean, who cares? The quality of it is just excellent. The Nintendo DS, that is fantastic as well. I'm actually going to put the Super Nintendo down a bit here because I realized that yeah, I think Super Nintendo is, yeah, it's probably there actually for me, to be honest, because I don't really play much Super Nintendo at all. I do have the Super Nintendo Mini. But that's probably it, and a few Super Nintendo games, but not that much. The DS is such a fantastic system. That's a regular DS, or is that a 3DS? Not 3DS is the next one. Yeah, I'll put 3DS beside it actually, because most of my DS games I play on a 3DS, and most of the Game Boy Advance games I play them on my DS. So, but such a fantastic system, so many awesome games. I have such a good collection of 3DS games as well, and really good RPGs on it. Absolutely fantastic. That is an Xbox One. Now I've literally never played an Xbox One because I have a PS4, so I can't really speak on it there. But I do like the games on it because they're the same as the PS3. Now I've got to put the Xbox 360 up in S there. I know the same games are roughly on the 360 as the PS3, but for me, I mean, I had a 360. I had 3 different 360s, the grey ones, the one that keep breaking. I had one of the original ones, and it got a flashing red ring. Well, you know, three segments of the ring, and then the second one red rings as well. And then the third one I got, then it's still going now, but I think one day it's going to red ring as well. So that was disappointing. You know, it really burnt me, to be honest, from Xbox, which is why I got a PS4 to begin with. So I think as regards customer service, the Xbox, Microsoft did not do a good job. They did a good job with the 360 eventually, but then the Xbox One, when it was supposed to be online always, I just didn't bother. The original Xbox, I'm going to put it the same one there. The original Xbox was okay. I had one for a few years. I got it for really cheap in this kind of pawn shop place, and I had a few games on it. But the only problem was, I don't know, the controller isn't really that comfortable. It's really heavy. The games are quite, like, you could see it was more powerful than the PS2, but the games, I don't know, they were just blocky and stuff. I didn't really like them that much. So that is an original 2600, which I have never played. Actually I have played it, because put it there. I didn't play that version of the 2600. I played like it's like a little flat one. It looks like a toy computer, but I can't remember if my mother had one or something, but I remember playing it and it was just awful, like. But very, very early. But it's just when I was playing, like, I was playing like PlayStation 1, and then like someone had an Atari, and I was like, oh my god. I never played one of those, a 5200, I think. I never played a Jaguar either. The Wii, gonna put Wii and B there. Wii just for Mario Kart and just for Mario Brothers on Wii, and also House of the Dead. Actually, there's quite a lot of good games on Wii, and I do like the Wii Sports with the golf. It's excellent. I love that. Actually, Wii's going into A, because it's on the same level as DS, I think, and all that. So, as like really, really enjoyable games. And is that looks like that's a 5200 as well. It's a repeat picture there. Apologies there. Right, Nintendo Entertainment System. Going to put the Nintendo Entertainment System, well, actually probably on the same as B, I'd say. Yeah, there's a few good games for it. It's obviously too old now to go back and play. I do have the Nintendo Classic Mini as well. Some of the games on it, like, well, actually you put it on B just for Super Mario Bros. 3 and Super Mario Bros. 2 as well. Some of the games on it are fantastic, but there's not enough for me personally, like, you know, the games I like on it, for me to justify putting it into a top band there. But still a respectable console. Sega Saturn, never played one. Game Gear, I played it, but I wasn't really impressed with it. Sonic was okay, and then everything else wasn't good, and then the battery life was awful. PSP's going at the top. I love the PSP; it's excellent. Sorry, that's a Vita. We put the Vita in B. Actually, the Vita's okay. I have 4 Vita games, and I have the Vita for like 2 years. So, as regards to, you know, what console I would play the most, the Vita would be not really up there. It's still a really good console. I love the screen on it. The games that I have, the trouble with the Vita is there's just not enough games for it. There's loads of games, but there's just not enough games I like. That would be a more accurate thing to say, rather than there's not enough games for it. That is that a, what is that? Is that a TRS-80 or something? I don't know what that is. A Dreamcast. I've never played a Dreamcast either, but I do respect it, and that is a Game & Watch. Game & Watch is okay. I suppose I have like 3 of them, just the new ones, or sorry, 2 of them, the Mario and the Zelda ones, and that's a really old one. That's the ball one. I do have the Xbox Series, so I'm going to put it, at the moment, well, I'll probably put it in A, actually, because I can play all my Xbox 360 games on it. Well, some of them. I bought the Xbox Series. I still don't have a single Xbox Series game for it, because it's so confusing when you go to the shop to buy. Like, I went a couple of times to specifically buy an Xbox Series game, and I couldn't find a single one. They're all Xbox One, or Xbox One and Xbox Series X. So it's like, can I not just have an Xbox Series X game? Like Devil May Cry 5 or something, but then that's an Xbox One game. It's very confusing, and Microsoft are just dropping the ball. It just makes me want to just get a PS5 altogether, because there's specifically PS5 games, like. So that is that a Pong console, or is it I don't know what that is, actually. I recognize it. It looks like a Pong console. Nintendo 64. I did play Nintendo 64 once, but I only played Ocarina of Time on it. It was okay. Didn't compare to the PS1 for me though. And that is it's a Neo Geo. I think that's a Neo Geo Mini or Neo Geo Color or SNK console. Game Boy Advance, top drawer. Put it into B. I play all my Game Boy Advance games on a a DS, so I can't really comment on the Game Boy Advance, but respectable console, and I have like loads of Game Boy Advance games. It's just I don't have a Game Boy Advance. The Nokia N-Gage is terrible. It's shocking. It's so bad. I've played one because one of my friends had one when it was out, and we played games on it, and it was so crap. I haven't played a PS5 yet, so I can't put it there, but I imagine it's excellent. PS4, oh, that's going up into the top. Definitely PS4 is excellent. I currently have the PS4 plugged in right now, and there's a video playing on it. So I use the PS4. I think the PS4 was more sort of what the Xbox 360 wanted to be, where it was like just all-in-one entertainment, you know, where you have like, you've got like the music on it, and you've got the TV, and you've got the apps on it and everything like that. So, you know, Netflix and Disney and all that. So the PS4 now for me is something like, I don't even have regular terrestrial TV. I just watch like YouTube and stuff like that. So pretty good. PSP is also going at the top. I love the PSP. The RPGs on it are excellent. I love collecting for PSP as well. It's such a good console to collect for, because there's quite a lot of games and they're not that expensive either, and the really expensive ones are very good, like, so, you know, they kind of justify their price tag. The PS1, I'd probably put it at, well, would you have to put it at A, because yeah, you probably would have to put the PS1 at A, because, you know, Metal Gear Solid, Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 8, there's just so many. Symphony of the Night is on PS1, my favorite game ever. And speaking, actually, no, PS1 is actually going into S because of the amazing RPGs on it. I'll have to put it into S there. Master System is okay. You know, that's the original Master System. It's alright. It's got a few games on it. It's fairly colourful, like, but I don't know, I don't really like it. That is a repeat of Sega Saturn. This tier list isn't the greatest. Never played a Turbo. Never played a Wii U either, amazingly. And that's another Xbox 360. So I'll just have to leave that there. Okay, so that's my quick console tier list. If you agree with my obviously if you agree with my choices there, let me know in the comment section below. Or if you put something else at the top or the bottom, what would you put there? Or if you've got a tier list, let me know as well. So thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.